This is the assembly and mounting of the Arc Pilot integrated enclosure solution. Before starting, ensure you have a radio board, adhesive standoffs, and cable jumper, all sold separately. The first step is to attach the adhesive standoffs to the radio. Make sure the standoffs are fully inserted. A click should be heard. Attach a cable jumper to the SMA connector on the antenna. When installing the jumper, ensure your torque is set to 7 to 10 inch-pounds. Attach the cable jumper to the connector on the radio. Align the radio to the sheet metal, making sure the PoE connector is accessible through the opening in the bottom of the enclosure. To keep the radio from hitting the enclosure, it must not extend past the sides or top of the sheet metal. PoE connections vary in location depending on radio model. The sheet metal can be marked using a Sharpie marker to aid in installation. Visit www.antennas.com for data sheets that indicate maximum area available for radio mounting. Once the mounting location has been identified on the sheet metal, remove the liners on the adhesive standoffs and attach the radio to the sheet metal. Make sure the PoE connector is visible through the clear cover provided in the bottom of the enclosure. Remove the clear cover from the bottom enclosure. Snap out an exit for a cable at location closest to the radio PoE. Slide the stud brackets into the slots provided in the top enclosure. Carefully slide the antenna into the top enclosure and attach with the 7 screws provided in the hardware kit. When installing the screws, ensure your torque is set to 4 to 6 inch-pounds. Attach a Cat 5 cable to the PoE on the radio. Insert the clear cover into the bottom enclosure, routing the Cat 5 cable through the exit created in the cover. Attach using the screw that was removed in previous step. When installing this screw, ensure the torque is set to 1 to 2 inch-pounds. Now the Arc Pilot is fully assembled and ready to be mounted to a pole. However, the Arc Pilot does not need to be pole mounted, as the flat base allows for desktop or windowsill applications. When mounting the Arc Pilot on a pole, first attach the L bracket to the fully assembled Arc Pilot antenna. Align the holes in the L bracket with the studs on the enclosure. Install the 4 1/4-20 nuts with lock washers. When installing these nuts, ensure your torque is set to 4 to 6 foot-pounds. The pole used for mounting the antenna must be 1 to 2 inches in diameter. A 1-inch pole has been used in this example. Position the pipe brackets between the L bracket and pole. Insert the U-bolts through the brackets and attach each using 2 M6 nuts, ensuring the torque is set to 4 to 6 foot-pounds. The Arc Pilot is now mounted and ready for use. When there is a need for an external antenna, the ARC Pilot can be modified by installing an N-type connector in the bottom enclosure. Carefully remove the bottom enclosure from the top enclosure. Remove the antenna from the bottom enclosure, setting the hardware aside. Locate the pilot holes in the bottom enclosure. Drill through the bottom enclosure at the pilot hole location, creating a hole large enough for the N-type connector. Install the N-type connector. Reattach the antenna to the bottom enclosure using the hardware removed in the previous step, ensuring torque is set between 20 and 22 inch-pounds. Take care not to bend the sheet metal the antenna is attached to. Bending the sheet metal can change the way the antenna will operate. Complete assembly of the antenna as described in previous steps in the video.